Good evening, Eorzeans. It's time to start Dawntrail with Baobao because I've put it off for, like, apparently a year now. And I think that's quite long enough. She's been ready. I just got sidetracked by various things. And I have decided it's the time. Now is the time. No time like the present. Also, we've finally reached the last raid tier of Dawntrail, so it's like, okay, maybe I'm gonna want another alt who's ready to raid, just in case. You never know. Let's switch to... I think we'll start out with Sage. Maybe not. No, definitely not. Maybe Warrior. I have 4 jobs at 90 plus? Or no, is it just 3? I think it's just... No, it is 4. Oh, look how cute she is. So yeah, I've put off the start of Dawntrail quite long enough, and it is time to begin her Dawntrail adventures. That's also very cute. Yeah, let's do that. A shame we have to leave Tyrell so soon. I would have loved to visit Eorzea, or at the very least see more of Charlian. What I have seen is pretty impressive, though. I wasn't expecting a city of scholars to carry such impressive arms in their shops. I think it's actually over at Valdesian's Annex. Yep, Ojika has it for me. Ojika Sunjika has a message for you. Welcome back, Baobao. I've just had word from Lalafell. It seems he's managed to secure passage to Tyrell aboard a guild ship vessel. Why don't you wait in the main hall while I go and inform your travel companions? It should only take a moment. Ojika gave us the good news. We've made ready to set sail at a moment's notice. The only one yet to arrive is Lalafell himself. Ah, you're all here. It took some persuasion, but the Gleaner's guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Tyrell. There'll be other passengers, researchers and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share deck space. That's fine, Lalafell. I doubt anyone expected we'd have a ship all to ourselves. They're not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now is the time to voice them. I wouldn't call it a concern, but everyone's still clear on what it is we'll be doing in Tyrell, yes? We've not forgotten. The nation of Tulial is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of succession and support your bid to become Dawn Servant. In addition to that, Alphanut and I have another objective. As part of its reconstruction, Garlemald seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Tyrell, we hope to learn more about how its myriad cultures interact with one another, how they find common ground, develop stronger ties, the sort of insights that might help our friends in Ilsabard. But we'll pursue this goal in our own time. You can be assured that we'll give the contest all due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. You wanted to find out about your grandfather, right, Kryl? Yes, as far as we could determine from the old missive I found, he had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn Servant. Yet oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation in our archives, and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Thus, for reasons both official and personal, I should very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. I'm sure there'll be a chance to speak with Papa. You can get your answers right from the source. I look forward to meeting him. In any case, you're not the only one with an interest in the City of Gold. The Golden City is a children's bedtime story. I am part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded that I serve as guide. Still playing the part of the stoic servant, I see. What have you? Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. Hoist sail, and let the wind take us as she pleases. Well said. We won't get far wallowing in the shallows. Right then. If all are still committed to the journey, then I say we make ready to depart. Eager as they are, the others have already left for the harbour. We're not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well.
さすがは冒険者。未知の大陸への旅に期待で胸がいっぱいって感じだな。それぞれに自分なりの目的があるにせよ、今回は世界の危機を救う旅ってわけでもないしね。
最初から気を抜くなよ。地図上ではトラル大陸との間も近く見えるかもしれないが、遭難事件が後を絶たない死の三角海域をはじめ難所も多い。リムサロミンサのメルビブ提督が発見した安全航路があるとはいえ、優雅な旅とは程遠いだろう。
まあ私がこっちに来た時は特に何事もなくて拍子抜けだったけどな。
だとしてもその航路を通ってきた経験者がいるのは心強いわ。当てにさせてもらうわね、ウクラマトさん、エレンビルさん。
おう、任せとけ。
はーい、そろそろ出港するぞ。
準備はいいか？乗船するぞ。こうして俺たちを乗せた船は出港した。80年ほど前にケテンラムという一人の冒険者が発見したエオルゼアのはるか西に位置するトラル大陸に向けて。
待ってろよ親父。継承の儀を勝ち抜いてトライドラの王になるのはこの私だ。
航海は順調か？
ああ、ここまではな。だが海ってのは急に表情を変えるからな。いつ嵐が来てもいいように備えとけよ。
なら今のうちに休んでおくか。
オールドシャーレアンを出てずいぶん経つのに見えるのは水平線だけ。分かってはいたけどトラル大陸は遠いわね。そういえば乗り合わせた人たちの中には何度かトラル大陸を訪れている人がいるみたいなの。継承の儀やトライオラについて話を聞けたわ。まだまだ後悔は続くでしょうから、あなたも聞いてみたらどう？この海をおじいちゃんも見たのかしら。
Fonging time. Oh, this will be my first visit to Tyrol. Fonginton's the name. I was working in S-Tame's aesthetics in Nolda, you see, but my employment with them, came to an end. That's why I visited Charlian, in the hopes of starting over. While I was attempting, and failing, to find a new job, I seized the chance to board this vessel, when I overheard room for another passenger had suddenly opened up. I'm told the Dawn servant welcomes all regardless of origin, and so Tulialal seemed like the perfect place to begin anew. Hopefully things will be better this time. Buddy, what did you do? I see you in Eorzea before. You great and famous hero. Ugh, I've had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception, but with more of you Eorzeans coming to Tyrol, it's become impractical. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our warband have fallen, and so we head home to lick our wounds. My story? Well, since you asked, I wanted to retrace the historic journey of the great Kettenram. You know, the first Eorzean to set foot on Tyrol, almost 80 years ago. Mammaljaw's leader is said to have welcomed Kettenram with open arms, and sent him home with a bounty of silverware as a token of their friendship. But the real treasure was the crops he brought back. Potatoes, tomatoes, and corn, which spread across Eorzea like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. The tales say Kettenram returned to Tyrol several times after that, but his ship vanished during his last recorded voyage, and he was never heard from again. That even a seasoned explorer like him could meet such an end is testimony to the ocean's peril. An adventurer, I presume? I am a merchant myself, based in Ul'dah. Specialty imports and exports, Eorzean and Turali both. If this is your first crossing the salt, as they say, do remember that the social mores of Eorzea are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. Consider this, it is not uncommon for the various races to be referred to as instead by the names of certain clans. For the Mikote, the Hitzaharo, the Frokar, the Shabral. Not because every member of a given clan is of the same race, mind, but because many individuals of said race are associated with that clan. A fair assumption in certain cases, but take care not to give offense. I'll keep it in mind, thank you. Did you want to make a wager? We're taking bets on who will be sat next in the Dawn Servant's shiny chair. There are 4 claimants in the right of succession, your young Wuklamot being one of them, of course. But from what a mammal job look was telling us, the other 3 are all strong contenders. Not too many keen to risk their coin on the third promise. Never tell me the odds. Did you learn anything of interest? Oh, I hadn't heard about the clan names. We should have Wuklamata and Ehrenfeld teach us the ones we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilly up here on deck. Let's all gather in the cabin.
どんどん揺れが大きくなってきたわね。どう？船酔いの具合は。
バカ言うんじゃねえ。この私が船酔いなんざ。ただちょっとばかり気持ち悪いだけだ。
それが船酔いって言うんじゃないの？
エレンビル、君もトラル大陸の出身らしいね。ならば向こうにはビエラ族の集落が？
現地じゃシャトナ族って呼ばれてるんだが、主に大陸の北側サカトラルで暮らしてる。
ご家族もそちらに？
さて、父親は生まれた時からいなかったしな。名前すらわからないってのが正直なところだ。だが母親は
大丈夫かしら？
どうやら状況はあまり良くないようだね。私たちもできることを手伝おう。
後にも先にも俺はあれほど荒れた海を見たことがない。 熟練の船乗りさえもが高波と強風に翻弄され甲板を滑り落ち、そいつを助けようとしたアリ勢までも危うく海に放り出されるところだった。片や冒険者は魔性壁発動機をやたらと的確に起動して落雷から船を守っていたな。普通に生きてれば使うことのない代物だと思うが、一体どこで覚えたやら。もちろんムクラマトも救助に奔走していたさ。どっちが要救助者だかわからないありさまだったがな。そんなこんなで嵐が過ぎ去る頃、俺たちはトラル大陸を見ずして疲労困憊のありさまだった。今にして思えば、この嵐から俺たちの継承をめぐる冒険は始まっていたんだ。
お前も起きたか。嵐が過ぎたらちょっとは気分がマシになったけど、大地の上じゃないと落ち着かねえぜ。早くトラル大陸に着かねえかな。
見ろ、海鳥が飛んでる。陸地が近いって証拠だ。もう少し辛抱するんだな。
一時はどうなることかと思ったけど、無事に到着できそうで何よりね。
怪我を負った船員を見てきたけれど、容体は安定していたよ。この分なら彼も大丈夫だろう。
何よりだ。それなら心置きなく小舟に乗り換えられる。トライオラの近海は岩礁地帯になってる。大型船じゃこの辺りまでが限界なんだ。
するな。それが俺らの仕事だからよ。むしろあれだけの嵐に遭遇して何の被害も出さずに済んだのはあんたらのおかげだ。みんな継承の儀で勝つのはあんただって言い始めてる。これじゃあ賭けにならねえよ。
お前らの期待に応えて王になってみせるぜ。まだ船酔いが。
俺たちで最後だ。他に言い残したことがないなら行くぞ。
Direct and to the point.
「青い空と海、そして未知なる冒険」。さあ、いよいよだね。
随分と楽しそうだな。
ほら、見えてきたぞ。私たちの新しい冒険の舞台が。
あれが私の生まれ育った大地。そう、トラル大陸だ。
Ta-ra! At last, the title card! Dawntrail, go! And then we sail into a brass band.
すごい。多部族国家とは聞いてたけど、本当にいろいろな種族が暮らしてるのね。
あそこにいるのはバネバネ族に似ているけれど、羽の色味が違っているようだ。
お前らにとっては珍しいものだらけだろ。航路が確立してるって言っても海を越えてやってくるやつなんてほとんどいねえからな。おまけにトライオラには遠洋航海できる船がねえから出ていくやつだって稀だ。
傭兵志望のマムージャ族がリムサロミンサの商船に乗ってたまにエオルゼアへ渡っていくぐらいだな。
つまり我々はこの国ではとても珍しい存在だということだね。
Ellison? Yeah, I bet they never see Ellison down here.
ところで、勝手に上陸してしまったけれど、入国手続きは必要ないのかしら。
This isn't Charlene.
お前たちと一緒にいるのが誰だと思ってんだ
とつ国からの来訪者のようだな。
ええ、そうですな。
我がトライオラでは現在次代の王を決める儀式が行われようとしている。そんな時に怪しい輩が入り込まぬよう目を光らせているのだ。
悪い悪い、こいつらは私の協力者なんだ。
ウクラマト様、王女のお連れの方々でしたか。
大変失礼いたしました。
いいって仕事熱心な兵に恵まれて王女として頼もしいぜ。
では我々はこれで。
へえ、本当に王女様なんだ。どこからどう見たって王女だろうが。ま、それはさておき。よく来たな、トライオラへ。お前
According to Erinville, the Vanu I thought I saw belongs to a clan known as the Hanu Hanu. It seems they share more than a physical resemblance. What an amazing city! As lively as Alda and even more colorful. I wonder what kind of trouble those soldiers are expecting. Ah, it's so nice to feel that familiar breeze again. I wasn't sure my stomach would make it. Well, despite the storm's efforts to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. You have arrived in Tulialal. You can return to the city at any time by speaking with the sprightly sailor in Scholar's Harbor in Old Charlayan. While being on solid ground has improved Woklamat's mood, her stomach appears to be lagging behind. Right, then. First things first. Still a bit queasy. No more boats for a while. I realize we've just arrived, but we should get you familiar with the city before the rite of succession begins. No arguments here. I should very much like to explore. Then I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? Aha! We were wondering who these strange folk were. So the third promise has found herself some new followers then. Followers? Woklamat, are you unwell? No, not at all. Couldn't be better. The third promise does not get seasick. No, sir. As for my hand-picked entourage here, I've recruited them to help me win the rite of succession. I was about to show them around the city, in fact. That sounds lovely. But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they're in the company of the third promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to, command a respectful distance. But you're just so easy to approach. And I enjoy it so much when you do. Please, don't ever worry that you're a bother to me. You're very kind. Good day to you, Third Promise. They did have a point. Woklamat is technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of her station, surrounded by this many outsiders, is bound to draw a crowd. Wait, what do you mean technically? I suggest we move in 2 groups so as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then. Baobao, you and Kryl can come with me. I'll take the twins then. We'll get in touch once we've had a good look around. That voyage was hard on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have time enough for that. Enjoy your wanderings. Perhaps we should wait a bit, at least until Woklamat's nausea subsides. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. Ugh. Can we not just use Esuna? Tulilal isn't going anywhere. Let's give Woklamat a little more time. I'm fine now, really. Can't stand around all day feeling sorry for myself, what with the contest looming and all. Now then, seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you about the harbor. Erinville already mentioned the reefs in our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships moored at the docks. Only vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay, mostly small fishing boats or barges ferrying cargo up and down the rivers from inland settlements. Much of the incoming traffic is from Yok Troll, the southern landmass. The clans there produce various goods for export. Their wares are unloaded here and carted off to the merchant stalls in the neighboring markets. Speaking of which, Bayside Bevy should be our next stop. Okay. Let's see. I see Aetheryte. I had tuned to Aetheryte. This is Bayside Bevy, Tulilal's largest marketplace. Being right on the harbor, everything from fresh fish to imported wares go directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely have. Oh right, I should mention that here in Tulilal we buy things with Pel, a currency that the Pelupelu created. But don't worry, more and more trade is coming in from Eorzea, so most shops are happy to accept your guild. There's also Wachumeki, another market to the east of here, but that can wait for another time. I have other places I want to show you first. Next we'll head back a bit, then northwards up the stairs to a certain plaza. I can't wait to see the look on your faces. My poor fat cat is running. He wasn't built for this. What do you think of that, eh? Goodness me, you have Aetherytes in Tulilal. I think I told you before, but my brother Koana spent 3 years studying in Charlayan. He fell in love with the nation and its ways and brought back to us the knowledge of aetherite construction. Papa warmed up to the idea at once, had one built immediately. Did you do the attuning thing? If you're ready to continue, we'll head down and again, and then up the slope to the side. Right at the top is the gate which leads to Shaktaral. Let's make a stop at Bright Bloom Post on the way, though. That's the headquarters for the Lands Guard. That's right, run my pretties. Let's summon something else besides my poor fat cat. That'll do. Here we are, Bright Bloom Post. The soldiers stationed here are responsible for defending Tulilal and preserving the peace. The Lands Guard are led by our nation's strongest warrior, and so naturally Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least until 3 years ago, when Zoral Jah took over as commander. The title is no empty honour. It means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to... Well, I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alphanot and Alice should be around to hear it too. Come on, it's time I showed you the Sky Gate. It's right at the northern end of Talon March. Massive, isn't it? And on the other side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yakhoi. Strictly speaking, Tral is actually 2 separate continents. Yogg-Taral, the southern lands of the mother, and Shak-Taral, the northern lands of the father, which lie beyond the bridge. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long, long ago, the 2 gods fought a titanic battle, and when one threw the other to the ground, the impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. A familiar sounding tale. I am put in mind of the conflict between Hydaelyn and Zodiark. But getting back to Shak-Taral, those lands are also part of the Tulilal nation, correct? That's right. Isn't my father incredible? He united the peoples of 2 continents into a single nation. The many clans of Taral had been at war for generations. It was only when Papa travelled the lands and put a stop to their myriad conflicts that we finally had peace. And that's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace he built. But I see you're more interested in what's behind the gate than hearing about my aspirations. Crossing the bridge to Shak-Taral requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the rite of succession is over. I promise to get you one when I'm Dawn Servant, but until then, you'll just have to wait. Then I'll make sure you win. Mark my words. You really mean that? Woe to anyone who stands between you and adventure. We must have covered half the city by now. Tulilal is unlike any other place I've visited. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Muklamat is ready to commence the second half of your Tulilal tour. We'll head west next, towards the Arch of the Dawn. The dirigible landing is on the way. You have dirigibles too? Tulilal certainly doesn't want for methods of travel. We get by. Now, if you've seen enough of this area, let me know and we'll continue on. The Arch of the Dawn is on the other side of the city, so speak up if you see something that interests you as we walk. I see a weaver. I want that weaver. May I have it? But I want it. Okay, over there, and I think we might want to hit Watch Meki Meki from here. I hope you aren't too tired. Tulilal still has plenty of sights to see. But I'm here oh, I'm supposed to talk to Cryle. I'm still struggling to conceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. This was originally the site of a Yokhoi temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Shaktural to appease the god who slumbers in the great ocean trench. After the Yokhoi withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries. So when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Tural. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, we'll be passing through the Resplendent Quarter, the biggest residential district in Tulilal. We climb these sets of stairs here, all the way up. Yeah, give me a minute. I got stuff to do. Oh, I don't think I can get through here, can I? But I'm small. I should be able to fit right between these slats. What do you mean I can't jump between the slats? Discrimination! This is unrealistic. This is breaking my immersion. Breaking my immersion. Didn't hurt at all. Ethernet access to Watch Meki Meki, where you can Watch Meki Meki some things later. That's right, I'm supposed to go up the stairs to the Resplendent Quarter next. Taking the long way around. These stairs here? With these stairs here, maybe? Yep. I wonder where Emmeline's journey has brought her. If nothing else, I hope all is well. Oh, she's one of the Iron Hearts. I see. have not unlocked the sightseeing guide on Baobao. That's why she's got nothing for me. Never did it. Haven't done it to this day. Tuning to Volokshunsa well before I'm supposed to. Oh, there's someone else. Have you newly arrived as well? Level 97? No. Maybe. It's easy to overlevel before you get here. The arterial climb. Yeah, sure. What have you got to tell me about it? Papa's palace is called Volokshunsa, which roughly translates to invincible resilience. You probably want to take a closer look, but we'll be coming back here later. Let's move on for now. So this is the Resplendent Quarter. What manner of people live here? Oh, we have residents from all of the Dawntrail clans. Mamulja, Shpral, Pelupelu, Moblin, Hanuhanu. We also have Tonawatwa, Hitsaru, and Chitona, who moved south from their ancestral lands on Choktural. In essence, it's a gathering of people from every corner of Tural. A true representation of Tulialal's diverse character. The adornment on each building contribute to the eclectic cultural aesthetic. It's all so beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Come, we continue down the stairs. Is that? Oh my god. Okay, that's someone's minion. There's a shoe bill. I was like, where'd the shoe bill come from? It's a person. It came from a person. I'm just gonna jump. Nothing hurts. I'm fine. And here are dirigibles. Not bad, eh? I hear other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you'll only find balloons in Tulialal. We have them for the exact same reason as the Etherites. Koana brought back the plans from Charlian, and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. This was around 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. But that's enough about dirigibles. The Arch of the Dawn awaits! Never mind that, I have to attune to this shard that I'm literally never going to use. Quite a long tour. Alpaca! Welcome. If it's an alpaca you need, then look no further. Before we get you settled up, I'll need to add your name to our register. It'll make things smoother the next time you need a ride. I'm afraid I can't lend you an alpaca if you can't tell me where you're heading. To be continued, my good man. Here it is. This is it, the Arch of the Dawn. When the giants were still here, it was known as the Dawntrail Landgate, but when Papa founded Tulilal, everyone began using its present name in honor of his great achievement. Through this gate is Cosmouka, the wetland south of the city. Depending on what the Right of Succession asks of us, we might end up going in that direction. Cosmouka, the name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed earlier? Ah, those are alpacas. Fearsome, four-legged fiends. Fearsome? They seemed quite placid to me. You'll learn soon enough, Kryl. You'll learn soon enough. But forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. No, she's right. I'll be with you in a moment, Wolflamat. I have something to do. And that should be all of them. Ta-da! Are these pillars what Wolflamat wanted to show us? If you wish to learn the history of Tulilal, then look no further. These stone pillars, you mean? This spot's captured Kryl's attention. Kryl regards the stone pillars curiously. What is special about these pillars, if I may ask? At a glance, they might look like ordinary stone decorations, but if you take a really good look, you'll see there's something much more interesting. Here we go. Inspect the stone pillars. Do I gotta? Pictures? Wait! No, these are glyphs! They seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed Mamulja. Oh, then this must be... That's right. It follows the exploits of my father, Gulul Jaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Tulilal Saga. The deeds he performed and the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. There's no better way to learn how Tulilal came to be. Study them as long as you like. Lay of the Brotherhood. This pillar tells the Lay of the Brotherhood. It depicts the scene where Papa granted an audience to the foreign explorer, Ket something. I can never remember the name. Do you mean Kettenram? Ah, that's the one. Kettenram's arrival in Tyrol is what prompted Papa to embark on his own journey. It's said the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirit if not in blood, but no one knows what became of the explorer in later years. Kettenram's disappearance is a mystery in Eorzea as well. The records say he travelled between our lands and yours for a while, but then it's assumed he was lost at sea. Lay of Repast. This one recounts the Lay of Repast. As you can probably tell, the figure depicted here is of the Chibral, like me. For decades, the Chibral and the Mamelja were at war for control of the forest of Yaktel. The actions Papa took to end that conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in the founding of Tulialal. There is a clan of Hrothgar in Boston known as Helands. In their society, the women rule as queens, and the men serve as devoted subjects. Yet here in Tyrol, Chibral men and women appear to be of equal status. How dramatically culture can vary with location. Lay of Reeds. Here we have the Lay of Reeds. This is the story of when Papa visited the Hanu in their village in Cosmouca. Ah, the people Alphanod almost mistook for Vanu, if not for the colourful plumage. He spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu in the Sea of Clouds, so it's no surprise he took an interest in your countrymen. I don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are a bright and cheerful sort. They hold this one festival every year, very famous and a lot of fun. Let's see. This one is the Lay of Pots, which depicts the Moblins of Cosmouca. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver work they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standard when it comes to gift-giving. Clearly the Vanu aren't the only people with distant Tyroli counterparts. Oh, if you're done with the first half, we can move on to the second. Lay of Proof. Ah, the Lay of Proof! That big fellow is of the Yakhoi, the largest of Tyrol's peoples. These giants once used their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Yak Tyrol. Having brought the southern reaches to heel, they then turned northwards, setting their sights on Shak Tyrol. You recall that massive bridge they built beyond the Sky Gate. Some time after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned the lands they'd conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Urkopacha. I've never even seen any of their kind so much as set foot in the city. This was a people with the power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on a mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambitions and their place in Tyroli history? The Lay of Gold. This pillar shows one of the Pelu whose homeland is in Urkopacha. Having created our currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchant Clan. They oversee Tulialal's markets, and their travelling peddlers are a common sight no matter where you go in Tyrol. Don't let their size fool you. They might be mistaken as children, but beneath those beaked masks they are clever and calculating traders. Oh, this one is my favourite, the Lay of Ice. It depicts the battle with the legendary Tyrol Vidral, Valagarmanda. I should explain. Tyrol Vidral is a creature that has lived far beyond its usual lifespan and awakened to preternatural power. Tataru described the Far Eastern auspices in a similar fashion. Could this be the same phenomenon? Valagarmanda itself was dubbed the Sky Ruin, a name earned for the destruction and terror it visited upon Tyrol every time it stirred from its slumber. But 80 years or so ago, its ruinous reign was brought to an end. After a great struggle, Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral and sealed it away in the Urkopacha Mountains. Despite its reputation, however, Valagarmanda is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see its likeness on Tulial's national emblem and adorning the banners at the palace. What about this blank pillar? Oh, this one is unmarked. Papa says he left a blank pillar for the next chapter of Tulial's history, whatever that might be. Just one, huh? Had your fill of history, then? Yes, thank you. Glad to hear it. You know, I feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprises there, seeing I couldn't keep anything down for a while. But now I think I'm ready to eat again. So let's go and have ourselves a bite of a local delicacy. Come, I'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. I like the sound of that. What a lovely establishment. I'm reminded of the Bismarck in Limsa. Have you ever had tacos? They're a Tulilal classic. You bake a crunchy shell made from corn flour and fill it with meat and salad. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they're made here at Shabalyav, TA the best. And I need one right in front of me, right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with old Baruch Avu. Okay. Taco?
よう、ブルケブのおやっさん。おやっさんの絶品タコスをこいつらにも食わしてやりたくてさ。人数分包んでくれるか？
ウクラマと王女のお連れとあらば手は抜けねえな。最高のタコスを作ってやるから待ってな。
トツ国に行っていた降臨戦闘団が帰ってきたんだとよ。何でもあっちで停滞失敗をしたとかで団長含め大半が行方不明らしいが。
は
ああ、戦闘団を立て直すため黄金鏡を探すんだとか。これまで何人があの伝説に挑んで行方知れずになったが、せっかく生きて帰れたってのに無茶しやがるぜ。
こっちじゃ黄金鏡は随分有名なのね。
ああ、誰も見たことがねえから実在するのか疑うやつは多いけどな。エレンビルの野郎みたいにさ。
実在するかわからないもののために蓮王自ら調査依頼を出すものかしら。
絶品のタコスも手に入れたし、どっか見晴らしのいいところで食べようぜ。
My tacos! Those are my tacos!
これは 誰かと思えば王女様じゃありませんか。
げ
お前たちはこの辺りじゃ見ない顔だな。
きっとトツ国から連れてきた人たちだよ、兄じゃ。
なるほどな、弟よ。つまり王女様は継承の儀を勝ち抜く自信がないからわざわざ異国人に泣きついたということか。
いきなりご挨拶じゃねえか、バクージャじゃ。
おっと、王女様に名前を覚えていただいてるとは光栄ですな。
さすが兄じゃだね。
お前だってバクージャジャだろ。
王位を争う相手なんだから名前ぐらいは知ってるってだけだ。
Oh no.
じゃあ彼も蓮王の子
Oh
な
no,
の？
no. He's not a child of the Dawntrail.
いや、こいつは
くだらねえ家族ごっこしてる連中と一緒にするんじゃねえよ。こんな劣等種のメス猫ちゃんと違って俺様は選ばれし相当祝福の兄弟だ。蓮王グルージャジャを告げる唯一の存在ってわけよ。
トライオラは多部族国家だ。どの部族だろうが王になる権利はある。
ならここで試してみようじゃねえか。メス猫ちゃんにその力があるかどうかをな。
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's do it.
どちらにしても王位に座ることができるのは継承の儀で選ばれた人だけでしょ。なら今無駄な体力を使うこともないんじゃないかしら。
メス猫ちゃんがチビ猫ちゃんにかばってもらってるね。
こいつは傑作だ。ここはいつから猫ちゃんの王国になったんだ。
てめえ。
あれが相当のマムージャ族。知識としては知っていたけれどこの目で見たのは初めてだわ。
相当として生まれたやつの中にはいつか親父のような蓮王になることを夢見てトツ国へ武者修行に出るやつがいるのさ。そっちでも知られてるのはそのせいだろうな。
他にも継承の儀に参加する相当はいるの？
Nope.
いや、バクージャジャだけだ。相当ってのはトラル大陸でも珍しいんだよ。そもそもマムージャ族は3つの部族に分かれててな。まずフビゴ族、それとブネワ族、最後にドプロ族だ。茶色い鱗のフビゴ族と青い鱗のブネワ族の間にごく稀に相当のマムージャが生まれてくるらしい。力と魔力を兼ね備えた最強の存在としてな。
だからバクージャジャは祝福の兄弟だなんて言っていたのね。
そんなことよりもう一度タコスを買いに行こうぜ。嫌なことがあってもうまいもんを食えば忘れられる。
My tacos.
やあ、状況はどうだい？ こちらはめぼしいところを見ることができたよ。これでいつでも継承の儀に臨める。連王宮の前に向かえばいいかな。
わかったわ。ウクラマトさんにも伝えておく。
But my tacos.
残念だけど、タコスはまた今度にしましょう。
おい。
The translation made her sound much more dignified than her actual Japanese dialogue. Okay. Baruch Evu's lovingly made tacos went to waste, and it's all that brutish Bakul Jaja's fault. Well, this is actually a good place to leave off, and the cat is getting rowdy, so I will call it here and perhaps stream more tomorrow, but definitely more over the weekend, so lots more to follow.